The starship Aurora glided silently through the violet haze of the unknown planet. Its sleek hull reflected the faint light of a distant sun, and inside, the human crew prepared for their first encounter with an alien species. For years, Earth had received faint signals from this planet, now named Zoraya, and the Council decided it was time to explore. Alex Reed, a young human explorer, stood at the observation deck, staring at the planet below. He felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. This was humanity's first real chance to meet another intelligent species. "We have no idea what we'll find down there," he murmured. "Don't worry," said Captain Morales, stepping beside him. "Humans adapt fast. That's our strength. Just remember they may not think like us, but they are intelligent. Approach with respect." Alex nodded, his thoughts racing. The crew had studied the signals, which contained patterns of light that seemed to indicate language. However, the aliens themselves were still a complete mystery. No one knew what they looked like, how they communicated in person, or what their culture was like. When the Aurora finally landed on the planet's soft, purple grass, the humans stepped out, their boots sinking slightly. The air smelled faintly sweet like crushed flowers. A gentle breeze rustled the tall silver-leaved trees. Everything looked beautiful yet alien. From the tree line, figures began to emerge. They were unlike anything humans had seen before. Their skin shimmered faintly in shades of green and blue, and their eyes were large, almost luminescent. They walked gracefully on two legs, but their limbs were longer than humans, giving them an elegant, otherworldly appearance. One of them, a small figure no taller than a human child, approached. Its eyes widened in curiosity, and it tilted its head. Alex noticed it carrying a small device that emitted soft lights as if it were studying the humans. "Welcome to Zoraya," said Captain Morales carefully. "We are humans from Earth. We come in peace." The small alien looked at Alex, then at the rest of the crew, and its mouth opened in a sound that seemed like laughter. Though the humans couldn't understand the words, the tone was friendly. Alex stepped forward, holding up his hands in a gesture of peace. "I'm Alex," he said. "We mean no harm. We want to learn about you, and we hope you will learn about us." The alien moved closer, its glowing eyes scanning Alex. Then, in a high, curious voice, it asked something completely unexpected. "Human, what is this strange thing between your legs? Can I touch it?" Alex froze. His mind raced. Was this a test, a trick, or just pure innocent curiosity? He glanced at Captain Morales, whose raised eyebrow said everything. Morales' eyes twinkled with barely contained amusement, but he said nothing, letting Alex handle the situation. Alex took a deep breath. He reminded himself that the alien was like a child in curiosity, not malice. Well, he began carefully. "That is part of how humans are different from your kind, but it's personal, and it's not for touching." The small alien's eyes widened, but it did not seem angry. Instead, it tilted its head even more, making it look almost like it was examining Alex as if he were a puzzle. It clearly did not understand why this was a private matter. Seeing the tension, Alex decided to use humor. "Think of it as a part of a human costume that you don't touch, like a pocket or a belt but attached to the body." The alien made a sound that resembled laughter again, and Alex hoped it meant the explanation was acceptable. One of the scientists on the team, Dr. Nia Patel, stepped forward. "It's okay," she said softly. "They don't have the same sense of privacy we do. They are curious about all life forms." Alex nodded. "Exactly. It's okay to be curious. Humans have many parts that are private, but we can explain them in other ways. You don't have to touch anything to understand." The alien finally nodded, though its glowing eyes still shone with fascination. It turned to a nearby adult alien and spoke quickly in their language. The adult made a sound that seemed like amusement and then gestured toward a nearby rock, where holographic models of human bodies appeared. Alex blinked. The aliens were using technology to study him safely. A hologram showed human anatomy in a respectful, scientific way. Alex smiled. "Perfect," he whispered. "That's exactly what we need." For the next hour, the humans and aliens exchanged gestures, drawings, and models. The young alien, whose name they would soon learn was Lyra, was particularly fascinated. Every time Alex demonstrated something about human biology or movement, Lyra's eyes sparkled with curiosity. At one point, Alex showed how humans walked, ran, and balanced. He used funny gestures to demonstrate different ways humans bend, Sit and stretch. Lyra giggled, though it was a sound unlike any human laugh, more like a soft musical trill. The whole crew laughed along. Even Captain Morales shook his head with a smile. Later, Alex tried to explain more about human clothing. He removed his outer jacket and demonstrated how humans wear layers. Lyra's eyes widened again. Why do humans cover themselves so much? It asked. Alex grinned. Humans have something called modesty. It's about keeping some parts private, and sometimes it helps protect from weather like sun or cold. Lyra tilted its head again, trying to understand. Then it tapped one of the holographic models, making it move. So, humans have hidden tools and armor built into their bodies? Alex laughed. Something like that. But the important thing is respect. Some things are private and curiosity is fine. But touching isn't okay. By now, the young alien was bouncing slightly with excitement. Alex noticed that Lyra seemed genuinely eager to understand humans in every way. Unlike the adults who were more reserved, Lyra's curiosity had no boundaries, though it lacked any harmful intent. The adult aliens observed quietly, clearly proud of Lyra's intelligence and interest. They spoke to one another in their melodic language, which the humans couldn't translate yet. But the tone was gentle and approving. The humans realized something important. The aliens were not hostile. They were genuinely curious, and if approached with patience and understanding, a bridge between species could be formed. Captain Morales clapped her hands lightly. Okay, team, let's move to cultural exchange. Alex, Lyra, you seem to have made a connection. Keep it respectful and safe, but don't lose this opportunity. Alex nodded and guided Lyra to a nearby area where human tools and simple technology were displayed. They showed Lyra how humans use machines, simple computers, and even art supplies. Lyra's eyes sparkled as it learned to draw simple human shapes and patterns. Humans are very creative, Lyra said in broken but understandable words, its voice soft and musical. Alex smiled. We try to be, and we're excited to learn about you too. You have so many amazing abilities that we've never seen before. The rest of the day was spent in mutual learning. The aliens showed the humans how they can manipulate light to communicate messages and create holographic art. Humans showed simple tools, language basics, and music. It was messy, funny, and sometimes chaotic, but it was a beginning. By the time the sun dipped behind the twin mountains of Zariah, the crew and aliens had formed a tentative friendship. Alex reflected on the day. Curiosity could be awkward, even embarrassing, but it could also be a bridge. Lyra stood beside him, looking at the glowing sky. Human. Strange, yes. But good. Learn. Together. Alex grinned. Yes, Lyra, together. As the humans returned to the Aurora, Alex felt a surge of pride. Humanity's strength. Alex woke early the next day. The twin suns of the alien planet casting a soft golden light over the crystalline city. Yesterday's event still echoed in his mind. The aliens' innocent curiosity had been unusual, and he had realized that on this planet every question, no matter how strange to humans, was important to them. He had been careful to answer politely, but today he knew the challenge would be greater. Lyra, the young alien who had caused the earlier confusion, waited for him near the edge of the plaza. She had bright, multicolored eyes and long, delicate fingers, each tipped with tiny, almost transparent pads that seemed perfect for touching things without damaging them. Her skin shimmered slightly in the sunlight, like liquid metal, and her movements were graceful, almost floating above the ground. Good morning, Alex, Lyra said, her voice musical and soft. Are you ready to teach us more about humans? Alex smiled. Morning, Lyra, yes I am. But I hope I can answer all your questions today. You all seem very curious, Lyra's eyes sparkled. Curious is good. Curiosity makes life exciting. Today we want to understand more about your bodies, your clothes, and your daily routines. Can you show us? Alex laughed softly. He could see the rest of the alien group gathering nearby. They were taller than him, with long limbs and unusual facial structures, yet their expressions were friendly and eager. He realized that teaching them would require creativity and patience. Of course, he said, but some things about humans are private. We will talk about them carefully. Lyra nodded as if she understood perfectly. We will be careful too. We only want to learn, not to hurt or offend. The group followed Alex into a large open hall filled with soft light. Holographic panels floated above the floor, projecting human objects, clothing, and everyday tools. Alex began explaining the basics. How humans brush their teeth, eat food, and wear clothes. The aliens listened intently, tilting their heads and making soft clicking sounds that Alex guessed were their way of showing interest. When Alex demonstrated human clothing, Lyra approached him again. These fabrics are soft and flexible. How do they stay on your body? She asked, her fingers hovering near the edge of his jacket. Alex smiled, holding up a sample garment. This one has buttons and zippers. It covers us and keeps us warm or cool. You don't touch me directly. He held out the jacket for her to feel. Lyra's fingers brushed the fabric carefully, her touch gentle as if examining a delicate plant. Ah, she said. I understand. The fabric is interesting. Your skin is different from ours, so touching it is private. That makes sense. The rest of the aliens murmured among themselves, nodding in agreement. Alex realized that he had succeeded in turning a potentially awkward situation into a learning moment. Next, Alex moved on to human tools. He showed them how humans cook, clean, and write. The aliens were fascinated by pens and paper. They had never needed them in their civilization, because they used energy projections to communicate over distances. Lyra picked up a pencil, turning it over in her fingers, amazed at how such a small object could create symbols on paper. Can you draw? She asked. Alex nodded and drew a simple sketch of a tree. Lyra's eyes widened. It is like magic. A small stick and some color can make pictures of your world. Yes, Alex said. Humans like to share their ideas and feelings through drawings. It is one way we express ourselves. As the morning passed, the aliens asked more questions about human daily life. Some were very specific. Why do humans wear shoes? Or why do you sleep on beds? Alex answered each one carefully, using props and models to illustrate his points. Around midday, the group paused for a break. Alex took out a small container of fruit from his pack and offered some to Lyra and the others. The aliens examined the fruit carefully, sniffing and tapping it with their fingers before tasting. Their reactions were delightfully animated. One alien's eyes widened at the sweetness, another made a sound of surprise at the texture. This is wonderful, Lyra exclaimed. Humans eat such colorful things. Our foods are all gray or silver. Alex laughed. You should try it more often. Humans like variety in taste, smell, and color. The afternoon brought new challenges. Lyra had prepared a small device to measure human temperature and pulse. We want to understand your body functions, she explained. Can we use this? Alex hesitated but then nodded. Yes, but carefully. Some measurements are private. I will show you how it works on myself. He let Lyra place the small scanner near his wrist. A soft glow lit the device and numbers appeared on a floating panel. Lyra's eyes widened in amazement. Fascinating. Your body has so many signals and rhythms. So much life energy flows through it. Yes, Alex said. Humans are alive in many ways. Our bodies tell stories about how we live and what we feel. The aliens practiced on each other using models, learning how to measure heart rates and other signals. Alex guided them, explaining each step with care. He realized that the aliens' curiosity was more than amusement. They were trying to understand what it meant to be human. By evening, Alex felt tired, but satisfied. He had managed to teach them much without causing any misunderstanding. As he prepared to leave, Lyra approached him once more. Alex, she said softly, today I learned more about humans. Not only about your bodies, but about your lives, your habits, and your care for privacy. You are very different from us, but your ways are wise. Alex smiled. Thank you, Lyra, that means a lot. You are teaching us too. Your curiosity, your attention, and your care for knowledge are amazing. Lyra tilted her head, her eyes reflecting the twin sun's glow. We are friends now. Tomorrow we will explore more. There are still many mysteries about humans to uncover. Alex nodded. I look forward to it. As he walked back to the human quarters, he thought about how unusual this mission had become. Teaching aliens about humans was not only about explaining science or biology, it was about patience, respect, and creativity. He realized that this exchange could change both species forever. The night was quiet, with soft sounds from the city drifting through his window. Alex reflected on the day's lessons. Humans were adaptable, clever, and capable of turning potentially awkward situations into opportunities for understanding. That was something worth teaching and worth being proud of. And as he drifted to sleep, he smiled, imagining what the aliens would ask next. The adventure was just beginning, and he knew that the human way, full of ingenuity, empathy, and humor, would leave a mark on this distant world. The morning sun rose slowly over the alien city, turning the crystalline towers into pillars of gold and silver light. Alex woke with a sense of excitement. Today was different. The aliens had invited the humans to participate in a grand cultural festival, an event held only once every cycle. It was meant to celebrate discovery, creativity, and shared knowledge, and Alex knew this was an opportunity to deepen the bond between the two species. Lyra arrived at the human quarters early, her eyes bright with excitement. "Alex, today we will show you our traditions, our games, and our inventions. And you will show us yours. Are you ready?" Alex smiled, adjusting his jacket and checking his pack. "I'm ready, Lyra. I hope I can represent humanity well. Let's begin." The humans followed the aliens through the bustling streets of the city. Everywhere they looked, strange and beautiful sights greeted them. Towers that glowed with soft light, streets lined with translucent plants, and alien citizens moving gracefully on floating platforms. The festival area opened up into a wide plaza, filled with stalls, games, and holographic displays. Music filled the air, a complex blend of notes that seemed to hum with the energy of the planet itself. At the center of the plaza was a stage where demonstrations and competitions were to be held. Alex and the other humans were guided to a special area where they could prepare their exhibits. They had brought several human inventions and art objects, simple machines, small sculptures, and drawings of human landscapes. Alex hoped these items would impress the aliens and help them understand human ingenuity. Lyra and a group of young aliens approached Alex. "We are curious about all your tools and objects," she said. "We have seen your clothing and your daily habits, but today we want to see your creativity." Alex nodded. "Then let's begin with something fun. I will show you how humans draw and build things." He set up a small table and laid out pencils, paper, and building blocks. The aliens gathered around, watching intently. Alex drew a simple sketch of a spaceship. Lyra leaned in, her eyes wide. "It moves through space like our ships, but it is your design." "Amazing." Next, Alex demonstrated building a small model bridge using blocks. The aliens were fascinated by the process, their long fingers gently placing pieces under his guidance. "Why do humans make bridges this way?" one alien asked. "Because we have learned through trial and error," Alex explained. "We experiment, see what works, and improve our designs. It takes patience, but it works well." The aliens nodded, clearly impressed. They tried building bridges themselves, sometimes knocking them down accidentally, but always laughing and learning from mistakes. Alex realized that this playful learning mirrored human curiosity, and it pleased him to see the aliens embracing it. After the creative demonstrations, it was time for the games. The aliens had set up a series of challenges that tested skill, strategy, and coordination. Alex and the humans participated eagerly. One game involved navigating a series of floating platforms while avoiding obstacles. Alex quickly learned to adapt to the alien physics, using careful steps and precise timing. The aliens cheered him on, clearly enjoying the humans' determination. During a break, Lyra approached Alex again, holding a small model of a human skeleton. "Yesterday we learned about your daily life and your bodies. Today we want to understand how your muscles and bones work together. Can you show us?" Alex smiled, realizing this was another opportunity to teach. "Yes, but we will do it safely. I will use this model." He demonstrated how muscles pull on bones to create movement, using simple examples like bending the arm or lifting a hand. Lyra's eyes sparkled with comprehension. "So your body is like a machine, but it has life and energy too." Fascinating. The day continued with more exchanges. The aliens showed the humans their own inventions, devices that projected holographic art, machines that played music in complex patterns, and tools that could shape materials with precision. Alex and the humans were amazed by the sophistication, but they also noticed the aliens' sense of fun and creativity. The humans realized that intelligence and creativity were universal, even if expressed differently. As the sun began to set, the final event of the festival arrived, a demonstration of mutual knowledge. Each species was to show what they had learned from the other. Alex stood on the stage with Lyra beside him. "Today," he said to the crowd, "we have learned many things from our new friends. They are curious, clever, and kind. And they have learned about humans, our habits, our creativity, and our ingenuity. Let us show each other what we have discovered. Alex began with a simple demonstration of human engineering, building a small mechanical device in front of the audience. Lyra assisted him, carefully following his instructions. The aliens watched with fascination, cheering when the device worked perfectly. Then it was the aliens' turn. They demonstrated a device that projected moving images into the air, creating a beautiful story that illustrated their culture and values. The humans clapped, amazed by the elegance and imagination. At the end of the day, the crowd gathered for a final moment of shared laughter. Lyra looked at Alex with a mischievous smile. "Do humans really sleep on beds like yesterday?" she asked. "Yes," Alex said, laughing. "It is true. We need rest to stay healthy and strong." "And you wear clothes all the time?" she asked. "Yes, for warmth and protection," Alex replied, "and sometimes for style." Lyra laughed softly, the sound like wind through crystal chimes. "Your ways are strange but wise. We admire you, Alex. You teach us not only with knowledge but with patience and humor. That is rare in the universe." Alex felt a warm glow of pride. He realized that the festival was not just a celebration of curiosity, but a celebration of understanding, respect, and friendship. Humans had earned the aliens' trust not through power or force, but through intelligence, creativity, and kindness. As the twin suns dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the plaza, Alex reflected on the day. The aliens' questions, sometimes strange or innocent, had been opportunities for humans to demonstrate their strengths: curiosity, adaptability, and ingenuity. These were traits that made humans remarkable, even on a planet far from Earth. Lyra walked beside him as they returned to the human quarters. "Tomorrow," she said softly, "we will explore more. There are still mysteries about humans and their world. Are you ready?" Alex nodded. "I am ready, Lyra, and I am excited. Today showed me that even small lessons, shared with patience and care, can build bridges between worlds." That night, as Alex lay down to rest, he thought about the humans' journey so far. It had not been easy. Teaching aliens about a world so different from their own required creativity, humor, and respect. But it was rewarding. He smiled, imagining the adventures yet to come, the questions yet to be asked, and the bonds yet to be strengthened. The festival had ended, but the work of understanding and friendship had only just begun. And in that moment, Alex realized something profound. Humans were not only explorers of space, but explorers of knowledge, patience, and empathy. That was a lesson worth sharing, across any star system with any species. The next morning, Alex woke with a mixture of anticipation and calm. Today was the final day of the aliens' cultural festival, and the humans were invited to participate in a closing ceremony that would celebrate learning, cooperation, and friendship. The plaza, where yesterday's games and demonstrations had taken place, was now decorated with floating lights and colorful holograms, making it feel like the entire city was alive with energy. Lyra met Alex at the human quarters, her eyes bright with excitement. "Alex, today is very special. We will honor humans for sharing your knowledge, your creativity, and your patience. We will also celebrate the friendship that has grown between our species." Alex smiled. "I am honored, Lyra, and I am proud of my team. We have learned as much from your people as you have from us." They walked together through the city toward the plaza. Along the way, citizens of the alien world waved and offered friendly gestures. Alex noticed children imitating human behaviors they had learned, laughing as they tried to replicate movements and expressions. The sight warmed his heart. At the center of the plaza, a large stage had been prepared. Holographic screens displayed images of humans and aliens working together, teaching, building, playing games, and sharing stories. The atmosphere was festive yet filled with respect. The ceremony began with Lyra addressing the crowd. "Today we celebrate not only our discoveries about humans, but also the qualities that make them remarkable. Their patience, intelligence, and creativity have impressed us all. They have shown us that differences are not barriers, but opportunities to learn and grow together." Alex stepped forward to respond. "Thank you, Lyra. Humans are explorers by nature. We seek to understand, to create, and to connect. We are proud to share what we know, and even prouder to learn from you. Today has shown me that friendship, curiosity, and respect can cross any boundary. even between worlds. The crowd erupted in applause. Alex felt a sense of pride not in himself alone, but in humanity's ability to communicate, to teach, and to connect with others, even beings whose biology and culture were entirely different. After the speeches, the final part of the festival began, a demonstration of mutual creativity. Humans and aliens paired up to show what they had learned from each other. Alex worked with Lyra to build a model of a hybrid vehicle, combining human engineering principles with alien energy technology. Together, they created a small vehicle that floated and moved smoothly, its design blending features from both species. The audience watched in awe as the vehicle moved effortlessly across the stage. The combination of human problem-solving and alien ingenuity impressed everyone. Children clapped, adults cheered, and Alex realized that the humans' reputation on this planet had grown tremendously, not because of their strength or weapons, but because of their intelligence, patience, and creativity. During a short break, Lyra and Alex sat beneath a glowing tree that emitted soft, soothing light. "Alex," Lyra said thoughtfully, "humans are different from us, yet your ways are admirable. You teach gently, explain carefully, and use humor to ease understanding. That is rare in the universe," Alex nodded. "Thank you, Lyra, that means a lot. We have also learned much from your species. You are curious, inventive, and very thoughtful. I feel that today we have built something lasting, a bridge between our worlds." Lyra smiled. "Yes, and bridges are strong when both sides respect each other. You humans have proven that you are worthy of trust and friendship." The ceremony continued with performances, demonstrations, and shared activities. Humans played alien games, adapted to their movement rules, and even added small creative touches of their own. The aliens, in turn, tried human games and challenges, laughing when they failed but learning quickly. The atmosphere was joyous, filled with laughter, learning, and mutual respect. As the day progressed, a final moment of humor arrived. A young alien, curious as ever, approached Alex with an innocent question about human clothing. The alien held a small cloth and asked, "Why do humans cover themselves in layers? Can we try it?" Alex laughed, remembering the earlier days of teaching the aliens about privacy and personal habits. "You can try, but carefully. This is about understanding, not about wearing our clothes for long periods." The aliens tried wrapping themselves in human-style garments, wobbling and laughing as they adjusted the folds and buttons. Alex showed them gently, and soon the group posed for a holographic image, a memory of friendship, learning, and shared curiosity. As the twin suns began to set, casting a golden glow over the plaza, Lyra approached Alex once more. "Thank you, Alex. You have taught us more than we could imagine. Your species is clever, patient, and wise. Today, humans are part of our festival and part of our hearts." Alex smiled, feeling a deep sense of fulfillment. "Thank you, Lyra. And you have shown us that curiosity, creativity, and respect are universal. I will carry this experience with me forever." The aliens performed a final ritual, releasing glowing energy orbs into the sky. The humans watched in awe as the orbs floated upward, merging into a cascade of colors that lit up the horizon. It was beautiful, symbolic, and unforgettable. A celebration of unity between two species who had learned to understand each other despite vast differences. That night, as Alex returned to the human quarters, he reflected on the journey. What had started as a mission of curiosity and diplomacy had become a story of friendship, learning, and mutual respect. Humans had proven their strength, not through force or dominance, but through intelligence, patience, creativity, and empathy. He realized something profound. Humanity's true power lay in its ability to teach, to learn, and to connect with others. Across the stars, this quality would make humans remarkable, respected, and valued, not just as explorers or scientists, but as beings capable of building bridges of understanding where none had existed before. Lyra came to the window, her figure framed by the glowing city lights. "Tomorrow we will continue our lessons and games," she said softly. "But today we celebrate. Humans are part of our world now." Alex nodded, smiling. "And you are part of ours, Lyra. Together we will discover many more mysteries of the universe." As he lay down to sleep, he felt a sense of peace. The festival had ended, but the friendship and understanding built during these days would last far longer than any celebration. Humans had shown that even in the vastness of space, their qualities, curiosity, creativity, patience, and empathy, could bridge worlds and hearts alike. And somewhere in the glowing towers of the alien city, he knew the aliens were thinking the same thing. Humans were extraordinary, not just because of what they could do, but because of who they were. Tomorrow would bring new lessons, new questions, and new adventures. But for now, Alex closed his eyes, content in the knowledge that humanity had left a lasting impression on a distant world, and that the bonds of friendship between species had grown stronger than ever.